you feel alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, my break a backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that go.
What's up, Goddess Gang? Today we are back with another video. Today is Wednesday, and I'm so sorry, guys, that this panel has been delayed. I am so sad because recording on Zoom is a little tricky, and I recorded two different ways. One way the first panel, and then one way the second panel, or the first panel part 2. And the second way was not correct at all. And when Polly sees the video, she's gonna be like, girl, and I'm gonna be like, girl. So I have been working out some technical difficulties, and I was just so sad that I didn't have double. So the first time I filmed 2 versions, or like 2 copies of the footage, just in case anything happened, and it was good. But the second time I was like, oh, it seemed like I didn't need to do that, and so I didn't, but I needed to. So now I'm setting everything up to where next panel it will be perfect. And if you guys have not seen the updates in our broadcast channel on Instagram, then go check them out. But I'm not gonna hold you guys for long. I'm gonna go ahead and premiere this video right now. You guys do not hate me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad that it wasn't perfect, but next time. And I love you guys so much. Okay, shout out to everyone who participated. I'm about to be shouting you guys out on Instagram, and to formally shout you guys out here really quickly, we had @_masked_nails_, @SherryLynn_nails, @nailsbytipsc, nailsby_tipsc, @nay_nays_nail_nook, and @annas_nails_90, and @nemi's beauty. The order that I read those off, spoiler alert, is the order of all of the entries, their final score. So stay tuned for the video for your guys's analysis and the breakdown of the final score for anyone who's not on the panel part 1, because if you saw Instagram, you already know what happened. So we went ahead and resolved that. But you guys are going to see your final score. All of you guys are winners. So thank you so much. And thank you to @PollyByMickey for participating on the panel. All of you guys. So how many is that? 2, 4, 6. There's going to be 7 prizes. So if you heard your Instagram shout out on this video, please, please, please DM me. Or if you have already been into the broadcast channel, I believe I put the claimant form in there. If I didn't, I will, so that you guys can go over to my blog site and you guys can enter your information onto the claimant form, so that I can formally go ahead and get all your gifts or prizes taken care of. I love you guys so much. I hope y'all stay tuned. What's up, Goddess Gang? Today we are back with our panel part 2, because I had an epic failure. And if you've been on my Instagram, then you already know, so we're not going to talk about that. We're going to get straight into it. All right, so we have Miss Polly by Mickey in the cut once again. And we're much more prepared this time. I have everything set up like pretty well, so I'm super thankful. We're going to go straight into our panel now. This was literally one of my top favorite entries when I saw it, and I feel so horrible that I forgot that it was there. And also, thank you so much to _masked_nails_, because she reached out to me and she was like, girl, where was my entry? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I messed up big time. So we're going to go basically in order of, I'm going to say what my rating is for creativity, and then Polly's going to say her rating for creativity. We're going to give just a short explanation. Now, Polly did suggest that and I always call you Polly girl, but I know people call you Mickey. It's because ever since I met you and I like learned how to recognize you on Instagram, it's always been, oh, Polly, like Polly by Mickey. So I always be like, That's my nickname for you. So she suggested that moving forward, if you're going to be on panel, just go ahead and review all the entries ahead of time. And if you are going to be helping me moderate and stuff like that, or if you know anybody that could help me, I need a referral. Or if anybody's watching that could help, we're going to be moderating the entries much more than, for example, we did on the first challenge. So it's not really going to be a big worry. So anyways, we have looked at our entries a little beforehand, and we have kind of reflected on our thoughts. So Polly wants me to go first this time, so I'm going to go ahead. Now, for this set, just like off the top of my head, immediately looking at it, there's so much to take in. But one thing I really, 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 really love that is so unique. Yes, the color explodes. Yes, the design really accentuates the color. The deep French, you guys already know that that's one of my all-time favorite nail designs. The clouds look very natural. However, they look very cartoon-esque, like as far as it's like a real life painting. And I like that this cloud in particular, I just really love it. It just flows so much. And then this one is really full. Love the jewels and all of that. The color explodes here, it explodes here, it explodes here. But none of that is what really caught me. What really caught me is that these two nails don't have any orange. And that is so cute because I want to know whenever I see nail art, I always think, what was going on inside of the creator's mind when they did this? And I am obsessed because it's just, I don't know, I just really love it. So for creativity, I'm going to give this set an overall 10. I can't even deny this palm tree is good. I have tried to draw palm trees before, paint palm trees before, these birds. I would love to know what kind of nail art brush that she's using, because the even with these, the only critique that I would say with the, well, it's not with creativity. I'll tell you guys on execution. Sorry. Go ahead, Polly, your turn.
Oh, okay. So for me, I also gave it a 10. I just love these colors, the way that you thought about putting these colors as a sunset with the clouds and everything like that. Great. As far as like the rhinestones, I definitely appreciate a little bit of pizzazz.
You already know.
As far as like just giving it a little flair, these are amazing. And that French tip, I like a French tip that's lowered like that, like
Me
halfway.
too.
So it's
And
really,
it's
really good.
not too deep either.
No, it's not.
And the fact that, I'm not trying to get up in your business, girl, but why are these French tips perfectly the even length? Like, and even if she added this rhinestone, I can see underneath that rhinestone that she's not covering up a flaw. Like, I don't get that vibe at all. It's hard to make this flow properly, especially when you're contrasting it against a fine, regular French with bling accentuating up to here as opposed to down here like this one. But that's execution, right? You want to go to execution already, or you still got some thoughts on creativity?
No, I also wanted to, did I say something about the ombre? I love the
Not
ombre.
yet.
That ombre, it's beautiful as far as like the creative way that you put all the colors together. Because even though you may see that in the sky, you would never thought that you could blend it like that. But I guess that is execution too, right?
So that was what I was gonna say when I got into execution. So my critique would be that it's not like, this is not obviously very blended perfectly, but there is something about this that tells me that this creator did not want this to be blended perfectly. She wanted it, I'm sure it's a girl. She wanted it to be a little rough around the edges, because if you look like in this area, and this one, for example, very good flow here. You can tell that this is blended very well, because there's On your ombre, there's going to be purple here, pink here, but this has to blend into a new color, and then you have to ombre it up some or feather it up some and feather it down some. Like you said, very good execution. But I was going to say, if you were looking for a very well blended ombre here, I did not get that feeling that that was well executed, but I think reflecting on more of your take on it and your first impression, that that was intentional. So since we're going for execution, I'm just going to finish then. Also, I would be interested in knowing what nail bed color this is and what brand, because girlfriend, I like this. Now my skin complexion is like this, so but it gives very much like Barbie, and I like that. It looks fake, and I like that because everything else is like perfection. So this little toned down look right here, that's like, I'm gonna be like whatever kind of nude color I want to be. Totally love it, especially against this white for the clouds. Um, Execution also, I like the photo that you took. I like the neat, organized, and this is actually off of a reel. So for execution, I'm gonna have to give it a 10. Your turn.
I agree with you there. I also gave it a 10. The
Mm.
execution, as far as like, even though like the ombre, now that you like really stare at it, if you knew what you were talking about as far as like you, it definitely can do like a little bit more blending if that was not her intention.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but if it was her intention to be like this, it also works out because I can't blend. I've
It's a
never
rough
tried it.
blend here too. Like this is not a, you see that? I think it was intentional. Even if it wasn't, girl, the fact that you went for it and you had that, I run from ombres. I don't know about you, but this color and this color are very contrasting, and I run, run, run. So,
And I feel like she actually knows how to ombre because of the palm tree. So it was something that she maybe must have been like, I wanted to be like this because technically that's how the sky is sometimes, like
of course, yeah.
straight through.
Oh, and not only that, another reason for creativity and execution being on 10, and I mean moving into the next one overall, wow, I'm gonna rate it a 10 as well.
Me too.
If you live in Florida, you already know that this is literally, tell me if this is not literally how the sky looks in Florida.
It does.
It literally looks like this. And at nighttime, you do see those black palm trees, and there are always birds, like always, and squirrels.
And
But
she
anyway,
put
so
on there.
no, it would have, it's in the sky. So, because you know, palm trees are very tall. So, for the overall wow, what did you end up giving it?
I gave it a 10 too, only because of the fact that the overall theme is color explosions. These colors are very vibrant and they're bright, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're exploding off of the nail. So
They're
I
making
love
me explode. They're making both of us explode.
it. It makes me want to try this.
Oh yeah. Before we started to record, she had to throw out the disclaimer that she really wants to join, and it's very inspiring. And not only that, I feel like really challenged in a great way to do more than one entry, because I'm like, especially for this theme, the minimalistic magic, like but I don't know. It's gonna be exciting because it's very challenging. These challenges are not that easy when
So
you really think about it.
when I was looking up minimalistic on Pinterest, it was not minimalistic.
I know. Even the minimalistic notes that I've been posting, like I finally found one earlier that I was like, okay, I think this one's like a decent example.
I mean, I found some. I'll show
Girl,
you.
if you, yeah, we gotta, oh, well, you're a collaborator in the broadcast, so you can share them there. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
those are the ones I want to do. Maybe
Oh,
by
okay. No, don't. Just find some different ones. All right, so this was this was the actual photo, and I mean, again, just beautiful. All right, so next we
that
have, what's that?
was really nice. That photo.
We have Nene's Nail Nook, and it's Nay_nays_nail_nook. And okay, so I'm excited to go first for this one actually. So excuse me, ma'am, if you don't mind. All right, let
Go
me
ahead.
get my tally ready. All right, so basically creativity is a 10 for me on these simply because one, okay, listen, let me go through a couple of these. Okay, so here's the thumb, by the way. So this is all of them from the side view, which I'm so obsessed with the fact that she had the confidence to post this. They're obviously press-ons, but they look good. They fit well. They're very neat. And look at, oh my gosh, the flex is real in the background. Okay, let me get over it. All right. So, what I really thought was so creative and cute about this was that all of these were French tips and you can appreciate them. But this ring finger right here that literally brings all of the French tips together is really obsessive. I'm just like, wow. And then this is all, it's like some kind of cat's eye gel. You guys, I might have to make it a part of the rules that y'all tell me what products y'all use and how y'all created the nails. Because I'm really excited. Like, this looks so pretty and cute. So I had to give it a 10 for creativity. I love. Now, remember in panel one when I was dying to feel this pop on top of white, and we finally got it. So your turn.
As far as creativity, um, I've been seeing a lot of like blooming gel lately. As
Mm-hmm.
far as what like the style is, well, I actually didn't do it with those school nails, but this is like something different.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a, did I say the number?
Not yet.
9. I gave
A
it a
9.
9. Um, Only because I've seen like French tip often in as well as like the that blooming gel type of style. The only difference is we haven't put it doesn't look like there's acrylic on top to make it look like a reptile skin.
Well, for me, it was the fact that it was on top of that white, that metallic, glittery white. But moving into execution, which I guess I know it may seem some type of way, but I just really, well, honestly, so I don't really work with Bloom and Gel, and I don't really see it very often, probably because I don't really keep up with it. I know that the creativity, I rated it a 10 on a little bit of a bias, but I just really have to appreciate that this is a nail art challenge, and this is such a nail art flair
Yeah.
to be able to have the confidence to have, because she has this color too, it's like a green color, and she also has purple, so she could have just made this another French tip and used one of those colors. The fact that she did choose to do this, that's one reason, because again, I like to go inside the creator's mind, which, not saying nothing against you, I'm just elaborating more on why I gave it a 10 in particular, because I wanted,
Yeah.
because I could have maybe given it a 9, to be honest, like you, because of the execution. It kind of falls into creativity. As far as, I would love to see, so we obviously know these are press-ons. From the side view, we can tell that she did go ahead and take her time to add the base layer, which was this beautiful jelly nude that I truly love. Would have loved if she wanted to pull this off correctly. This is like execution, so I'm gonna give a little constructive criticism. Why are we having a little bit of a rough edge on our natural nail and not covering that natural nail with whatever this color is? Uh simply so that it could all flow very smoothly. Also, however it was glued on, or maybe she's using adhesive tabs. I would be interested in knowing, but if you are using adhesive tabs and you are using a jelly, then I would really want to see it be neat because I think in the description it did say, but it looks like it's actually glue. It's glue. And say even here, so because I follow Femi in the beginning of my career, she hates this. Like if she saw this, like this natural, she would flip. So for execution, also I felt that why wasn't there some sort of bling on these? Like everything shines so brightly that this felt so dull. And with the fact that there's a huge execution flaw on the nail bed, it's a little bit too much to give for me. So for that one, I'm gonna have to rate the execution simply because you did choose to go with jelly. You did choose to make a deep French, which I also truly do appreciate. Um, uh, it's between, I'm gonna put a 6.5. Can I do that or no?
Yeah,
Because
you
it's
can.
between 6 and 7. Okay, a 6.5. Okay. So now it's your turn for execution.
So as far as execution, I didn't really go that deep. Um,
Okay.
I think for what she was for, not saying that yours is really good.
No, I'm being a picky bitch girl, but it's because in nail art, especially, let's compare, for example, this minimalistic magic theme to like the color explosion. You really had no reason. And I think there was 14 whole days at least. There was no reason. I mean, if you really want to score a 10, obviously on execution, not to, I know it takes time, but I mean, we're doing a nail art challenge. So, but again, girl, you probably by Mickey. I'm Scorpion Goddess. So your perspective and my perspective, we two different. Like, what you think on execution?
As
Well,
far
because
as
you think she did good with the blooming gel, huh?
I think she did good with it. As far as execution, what I'm thinking is what was her purpose? Like what
Mhm.
was her main
Like when she
idea?
envisioned it
Is
and
this what
she
you
laid it
want?
out, was she did she have a confidence about it? Did she achieve what she was looking to overall have at the end result and things like that with the blooming gel? Because that stuff, like I said, I don't even work with it that much. Huh?
I've done it before. I liked it. But then I
I
also learned that you can just put clear coat on top and just put a color and it's the same thing.
but is it as well, it depends on the clear coat that you use. Like SXC has a thick top coat. Like it's not thick, but it's a generous amount of thickness to where you can pretty much get away with that. But for example, I want to say some of them maybe not. Also, you got to use a thin layer, right, of top coat in order, like you have to play with it a little bit more, I feel.
When I did those pool nails, that's
Mhm.
kind of like a blooming gel type of effect. And I just used regular gel polish, white gel polish of milky white, and then just dotted with a dotter with regular polish. And so it's,
We should do a comparison. Like we should do a,
yeah, as far
that'll
as
be
like
fun.
what they would do, what
Well,
if they
my
got some type of technique.
My big thing with the Bloomin' Gel is that they want to charge like $15 for it, and then you don't know if it's actually a good Bloomin' Gel. Like, which one is reputable?
I like the Beatles one, and that's a really good one. And it was not $15. Where are you
I
going?
wonder, I wonder
It
if,
was like
girl, I'm just talking like, I
it's a lot.
swear, you look it up on Amazon, you're gonna find some. I wonder if Young Nails has a Bloomin' Gel because they swear they be having nail art stuff.
I don't. I feel like they focus more on acrylic, so I don't really
And
pay attention.
glitter. They love glitter at, at Young Nails. They love glitter and they love that one gel that comes in a tube and it's
But
expensive.
the structure gel,
Oh God, yes. I'm
it
gonna
was
get some of that. I'm gonna get a kit.
no thank you. I'll just stick to the poly gel. What color was it?
So what was your number? What was your number for execution?
So I gave it a 10, but I'm only
You
basing it. I did, but that's because I didn't look at if
girl,
it
you
was.
ain't look at them nail beds. I'm mad at you.
I didn't. I didn't look at that French if it was the same because
Hey,
it
you
doesn't make
can't change your
sense.
number now. It's no
Not,
bias here.
not gonna change it. As far as a 10, I think as far as your execution and what you were thinking that you wanted to do in your head and where you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
on the nails, I would give it a 10. Because um, you wanted to go colorful, which we can see it's very
Yeah,
colorful.
you're right. There was the color explosion factor for sure, which I kind
Yeah,
of compensated for in the creativity one.
yeah. And then as far as the cat eye effect, it's the with the
It is
reflective.
so nice,
It is pretty.
especially on this index.
Yeah.
Um, for overall, wow, I gave it a 9.
See, like as far as overall, wow, would I pick these nails to wear? No.
So I'm thinking like if I saw these on Instagram, like so, because you know when you go on Instagram, oh my gosh, have you? It I know it's happened to you because it always happens when you go on Instagram and then your feed is like stuck wherever it was and you see like the coolest nails. You're like, oh my God, I'm gonna like that and comment or maybe just like it. And then your feed reloads and you're like, and you gotta scroll down for like God only knows how long till you find it.
Oh, nope, I don't do that.
I don't have the time either, unless it's like, oh my gosh, that is, oh, I gotta. And I feel like overall, I would do that for these nails if that happened because I really do like, especially when you take into consideration like you said, the fact that she really did comply with the theme and thinking of color explosion, like, oh wow, that really does, like you said, it really does explode. So, and what did you rate the overall wow factor?
I think as okay. So if it's overall wow factor or adherence to theme, if it's adherence to theme, I would give her a 9. If it's overall wow factor, would I scroll back to it if I lost it? I'm sorry, no, because I'm not a
Well,
big
that was just my perception of like, well, in adherence to the theme. See, so I compensated so heavy in creativity because I was so like, this is just everything. So I think I compensated for adherence to the theme in the creativity segment. So, what did you say, like adherence to the theme or overall perception of, because that was one of the main things you said was if it comes to the color explosion, she did good. Like you feel that vibe, right? So then what would you rate that?
if it's adherence to the theme, I would give it a 9.
A 9. Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. Yeah, overall wow factor is, let me check real quick. Overall impact. And then it says
wait, oh my god, so I was looking at it wrong. Hold on.
uh well, we know that it has to adhere to the theme.
Yeah,
My internet connection is unstable. What? Let me know if you have any trouble. Do you have trouble?
no, I see
Oh,
fine. And I should not
okay.
post it so on my good side. This is the first side.
Oh.
Edit
All
that
right,
out.
so but we both agreed that it was a 9. All right, so we got that. So congratulations, girl. You did great, honestly. Like, but please don't let that no bad thing happen again, because I will freak out. If Femi was here, girl, she would get you. All right. She's like, who's Femi? Nah.
I know who Femi is.
No, I'm talking about her. She probably like, who
Oh,
Femi? All right.
we'll talk
So
first.
next we have, which you guys, I cannot believe that. Cause I remember when when Nemi posted these. And I always thought so Femi's name is Femi Beauty and then her name is Nemi's Beauty. And I always thought that was so hilarious. Hey, I don't want you to be down here. Whatever. Anyway, so this is Nemi, and we only have this one image, but she used the House of Nourish collection by Madame Glam. And so we had a little bit of a hard one, like when we were reviewing this at the beginning, because it was color explosion, and I have my explanation as to how I perceived what I thought the artist thought she was like, what the color explosion was. So, and also I gave a little bit of, for creative factor, I gave a little bit of a, I'll tell you guys. So, one, creativity. I honestly like them because I know how long it took to do those gems, and that in itself is creative in my book. Uh, do I feel that it was like very creative in the color explosion factor? Not truly. So that was a little tough. Imagine, nobody really did this, but imagine if you had these nails, but you just used colorful gems. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But when I perceived this, I thought that maybe the color explosion could have been the fact that these nails were photographed popping out from the sky. So that kind of does make the color explode on the nails in a sense. Also, the House of Nourish collection, some of these polishes appear to have glitter in them. So that is a color pop factor as well. But overall, for creativity, setting execution aside, um, I like the fact that there's one solid nail, and then also like the fact that all the gems are not the same, even the middle and the pinky cuticle gems. I can't see the thumb, but it looks like it has some kind of, oh, it looks like it just has one gem. For creativity, I'm gonna rate this one a 7. I'm gonna rate it a 7 because it does have the French tips and the solids, but it, as far as still taking the overall adherence to the theme into consideration, when it comes to how this could have been more creative color explosion wise, I rated it a 7. What about you?
As far as creativity, I I started out as an 8, but I gave her a 9 ultimately, only because I really like the design on the index and the ring finger. As far as being creative and putting the really large stone in there, but not necessarily over the top to where there's multiple large stones like you've seen, but it's just one just to like match it with that middle nail. And then that, I don't, the index finger, I like how there's still a pop of some color on, from the French. So I really
Hmm.
enjoy that. So
And
I
how
gave it a,
those gems are all circling around a big gem. Because you got to take into consideration too for her age group that that is like a classic, does like that's like a classic little, it's very common to see that on pins, anything that has like rhinestones, that little flower thing. So the fact that she incorporated that on the sneak in the midst of just regular cuticle bling and regular, um, like a blinged out nail or whatever. And you're right, she did leave some of that there, which was super awesome. Cause like you said, it gives color pop, right? Like a, um, the explosion.
a color burst, like a
Yeah.
like where it's like I've seen like you've seen those like wall decors where it's like one mirror circle and then
Yes, like
that,
that. Or they even, yeah, they have those ones. They have all kinds of little knickknacks that have that little concept on them and everything. Um, Also, I like the shape. It's almost a tapered square, I think. It looks tapered. So for execution, I'm gonna go on execution because I think that's part of execution. Also, I'm seeing some pretty clean cuticles here. And from what I can see for the filing, I'm seeing pretty good filing. Again, okay, so I just want to stress something when it comes to like I guess you could say nail art, but just the importance of having a very not like thick or generous, but a very even, thorough layer of base coat gel simply because like on the middle finger, I can see that this seems to be that the base coat gel wasn't applied correctly on the and even on this one as well. Um, because I don't see it being any problem. So the thing is when you put the base coat gel like that, it ends up every single layer after that ends up basically taking that form, no matter if you wipe it off or no matter if you kind of flood it to make up for that loss right there. So execution wise, I would say to just be sure that you have a nice, I don't want to say thick, but a like not thick, but thick layer of base coat gel, or just use a base coat gel that offers that stability because that is the purpose of base coat gel. Even in here, you can see that it could have been applied better around here. And that's all just base coat gel. So that's all I have for that. But almost would have, well, I don't know. This shine is throwing me off from the color here. I almost wanted to see a matte here. And these nails remind me of some nails that I have done in the past with this color nail bed, especially on that skin complexion, because I'm literally like that. They were a set that includes SXC liners, and they were like a Barbie type set. So, but for execution, I'm gonna give her an 8 because I feel like she really did her thing with this. The consistency between the two French tip nails are very good. The I can tell that those jewels look like they're on pretty well. And these nails look like they were applied well. And aside from that, I really like the fact that she looks to have nourished cuticles. It's your turn, girl.
Okay, so as far as execution, I'm going to be a little bit harder as far as I like nails this length, but they gotta be the same shape. Like they gotta
Yeah.
be, I think either if they're gonna be this long, they either need to be like super pointy, I feel like a claw, or they need to be like super square.
Right.
Um, as far as the French tip, even though these are my favorite nails, I wish you would have brought it down a little bit more, only because of the length of
Or
the nails kind of match it.
Or not only that, but don't be afraid to like add a little curve in there, a little curvature. Because when you do that, it's gonna give it depth. The only like she did provide a great space here, and like you can see that this is about 1/3 of the nail, so that proportion was well, but it's the fact that she didn't, you got to have that confidence to just drag it up. And if you really want to commit to it, don't hesitate to just, I mean, like more or less, like right here at the edge of the free edge or the sidewall, free edge on the sidewall. But, anyways,
I
go ahead.
I guess for me, when I think of a French, for
Mhm.
me,
Okay.
me personally,
On
I like
this
to bring
length,
it down.
though.
Yes, even
Okay.
bring it down. I like to have a thicker,
Oh, but
I
so if
guess,
she brought it down, would you still like this smile line?
yes,
You do.
because
Okay.
I like a thicker, as far as like nail tip, like on your
Uh-huh.
nail, a thicker line. Like if it was a French, let's say, let's just
But
pretend it's
you're
white.
saying really to just have brought it down like just a pinch.
No,
No, like right here?
You know, like
Oh, like you want a real classic French tip on an XXL. You got to do that for the challenge. You got
like
to
that,
show me.
like that, like the last nail, the blooming gel,
Huh?
that tip. If she would have did that deep French,
Okay.
if she
But
would have made it
I think that was a different smile line. See how I said, see, this comes up right to the edge of the free edge, or more or less where the nail meets the sidewall of her natural nail.
exactly, but do you see how much space there is? So imagine this smile line. Oh, I'm all in the camera. Imagine that smile line
Uh-huh.
deeper and then putting this same rhinestone design a little bit longer. But again, it could be that she was like, dang, I
Yeah,
just
because
realized.
I think technically these might be like way longer than those other ones, like than these ones.
You think so?
Because look at where her natural nail ends, and the length of that is basically the length of these nails altogether. No cap, I swear.
I don't know.
One, two,
Really, what
I swear. Anyway,
I
so
don't.
going on. What did you rate the number for execution? Because you really wanted a deeper French. What
Yeah,
else
that was
did you have to say?
also as far as I have something else, but I gave it an 8
Okay.
because I am a little bit harder as far as that French tip. And also when it comes to, hold on, let me just refresh on my little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So remember when we saw clouds, if she was really trying to think about the clouds and stuff, if she would have used clouds on these fingers with that one stone, the middle finger and the pinky, that would have been, I think, a little bit more better to as far as what kind of execution we were trying to go for. I
Because
know,
it would have
I
made those other colors on the background pop, right?
yeah, as far as that pink, um, just getting a little bit more offset to that nude with the French, I feel like that white would have been good. Because you could have still used that glitter
So
backdrop
it
to
would
just,
have even made the French tips pop with the contrast you're saying to the cloudy nails.
yeah,
Or even having the confidence to go in there on those French tips and add something. I
no,
secretly love when, oh gosh, girl. Okay, let me
no.
not.
But no, what were you gonna say you secretly love?
Oh, when people have like perfect classic white French tips and then they just draw like, but again, going back to that depth. So you do your perfect French tips, where you actually have the nail bed color, add your top coat or your thick base coat layer, then draw your French tip, add another thick layer, and then add your top coat, and then buff that, and then add another layer of base coat, and then draw nail art over it. Oh my, and again, keeping those layers on it. Ah, so it's given like kawaii or like 1990s and stuff. Cause you know
Yeah,
how we used to always get the French tips with the little girl,
and
it was
it's
popping.
clean, and I just realized they use an eyeshadow brush to make those.
Okay, I have to tell you something by the way, because you're gonna be like, what? Okay, so hold on. Oh wait, no, that's not where I want to go. Okay, I want to go here. All right, so for these nails, uh, she actually used eyeshadow.
She did.
She said
Remember,
she was, sh so she said she wanted to use a pigment powder, but it just wasn't working perfectly. And I can't remember everything she said in the DM specifically, but this is eyeshadow. And I was like, girl, you blended it so freaking nice. And we were really puzzled. So at least I know I was. And you said you thought it was airbrush. So if you thought it was airbrush and it was eyeshadow, she did her thing, I think. Like she did a good job. So
we
shout
mentioned
out to her.
it. I
Huh?
know we mentioned it may have been eyeshadow, so that's good that we were around there.
So overall wow factor for these, honestly, I have to give a little bit of credit to Nemi in particular. And for her to do this set with so much pizzazz and creativity, and it was the House of Nerds collection, it was really giving self-love vibes, but as well the overall adherence to the theme. With that taken into consideration, I'm gonna give her an 8.
So adherence to the theme. Um, I'm not really feeling like color explosion. Again, when I think color explosion, I'm thinking like your backdrop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, girl, like this whole whatever everything here is.
Like if even if you would have put like you see those colors in that glitter and you would have found some colors and even made them as far as just putting something else on there that we could see as far as more colors. Because I just think that it's just blue, you know?
Or again, going back to the layers and the depth. If I don't know if this is like I haven't actually seen the House of Nerds collection because I haven't been doing the monthly boxes with Madam. However, I mean I've seen it here and there. However, maybe you know better than me, but is this is this the color? Is this how the polish comes? It's got the color with the glitter in it like this, or is it that she chose a color and then it's like a glittery top coat from Madame Glam or something?
I've never purchased Madame Glam,
Oh
but
yeah, well,
I can tell because of the
it's
way
all
that
like
both
mixed in,
glitters,
right?
because it looks like both glitters are the same on both nails. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it may be like a top coat on top of either a milky white and like a teal.
Oh, I think actually, so for this one, I'm really puzzled. Like this one, I'm not sure, but for this one, I can see that, like you said, there's a Milky Way, but I think this one comes like this because there's like little tiny specks of glitter. So again, just going back to like if this would have had a thick layer of top coat on here, it would have been, and also I would have added another layer. So the thing is, if this would have been better executed, I think the colors would have personally popped a bit more. For example, bringing this smile line up, I mean this sidewall up on the Frenchie, making it a deep smile line. Um, the shape, adding a thick layer of top coat, even if you had to add one, two, three layers of top coat, sometimes honestly it depending on what kind of top coat you're using could be necessary and could be good. Also, when I see bling here, then I instantly think that there should have been a thick layer of base coat gel on top of this. At least I would have, unless she just added it at the top. But um, going, this is all execution. I'm sorry, y'all. But again, for her creative input as well, like her insight. But then if I would have added a thick layer of top coat, I think these glitters would have actually done what they were supposed to do. Because even on the middle finger, it looks like there's a bigger glitter and then there's super fine glitters. And I just can't see those shining because there's not a super thick layer of top coat. So don't be shy to go in with the top coat. Shoot. Sorry. It was a little tangent.
Did I give my number?
No.
Oh, so adherence to the theme, I'm was gonna have to give it a
And
7.
overall, wow. So like a combination of those. Because I think that's how,
So, so both of them
yeah,
overall,
like
wow.
a cumulative, like the overall impression and the overall perception of the adherence to the theme.
As far as if you just combine those two, I would still give it a 7.
A 7?
Only,
Okay.
only because it's not. Like those that the ring finger and the index finger, they're killing it right now. But as far as
Yeah.
the other nails, like maybe you could have done more like rhinestones since you just started like on three. But again, this could be something that you were just trying to showcase the colors for like a set. So maybe this was just maybe not the set to possibly put in for
True. I think
this challenge.
overall, remember earlier when you kind of said the same thing earlier before we started recording, and I was like, you know what? I gotta give her credit because she submitted more than one entry, and like it seems like she kind of did just more or less throw this one out there. But kudos to you, girl, because like
Yes,
I told someone in my DMs today, there is really no like you can join and participate no matter if you truly do well or if you kind of just do beginner level or whatever your level is. And the worst case scenario is that maybe you wouldn't rank as high as, for example, someone who, adhered to the theme better or appeased to the judges, more on first impressions and things. But yeah, so totally had to give her credit for that. So let me see something. All right, you guys. So we went ahead and tallied everything. And thank you so much to you, Polly by Mickey, because you always tally the numbers, and I appreciate that.
I
I
love
have to
them.
type them up here, but she tallies them. So masked nails underscore masked nails underscore. She got a 10 across. So obviously her final score was 10. Nemi, she ended up going, I believe she had a 6 point something, and she got brought up to a 6.6 at first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like okay, so she had a 6.6 at first. And she got brought up to a 7.2.
Oh,
Hmm?
no, it's been a good job.
Oh yes, very good job, girl. Because a 6.6 to a 7.2, that's a leap. And then Nene's nail nook, and it's Nay underscore Nays underscore nail underscore nook. Sh- She got a 8.9. So overall, I know. I'm gonna put these in order. Hold on. Let me see real quick if I could do it quickly. By what was the overall? So that could get deleted. Should have done this earlier. And then we got this one. Congratulations. But you know what, Sherry? I feel so bad because that 9.9, it's
It's
just
only
because of that.
because of that color block, that little scheme
Yeah.
that you did.
Yes, that was insane. The it's like it's so unpredictable. I never would have imagined the outcome. And also I'm super thankful for everyone that participated. And there's a pretty good amount of people who are really excited for this next theme. So um all right,
Bring Nemi down.
perfect. What's that?
Bring Nemi down,
Oh yes, I was wondering. Okay, perfect.
and then it'll be another.
All right.
Boom. Good job,
Wonderful.
guys.
Yeah. All right. So we
Beautiful.
got, what'd you say?
I was saying they were so beautiful, all of them.
They are. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight so you guys can see if I can. I don't even know. I'll just do the fonts in different colors. So this is our first place winners. This is congratulations. I can't believe that everything went the way that it did, but this was so unpredictable. I don't know what to expect for the minimalistic nail art challenge. I think it should be easy to judge though, since it's going to be minimalistic. What do you think?
I think it will be too because you already have it set up by what it needs to be, and
Hmm.
if the way that the judging is going to be like this one, then it'll be the same.
Yeah, it'll be super awesome. And then we have Mass Nails and Sherry Lynn Nails in first ranking. And it happened to work out fairly well. We have Nails by Tipsy and Nene's Nail Nook in second place. And then we have Nemi's Beauty and Anna's Nails in third place. Anna is for sure competing in this next challenge, you guys, theme 2, and she says she's bringing that heat. So don't sleep on her, y'all, because she about to come with that. And I honestly seen some of the nails that y'all girls be creating, and I think this next challenge is very up a lot of girls' alleys, because like minimalistic nail art is where we start, right?
Not
Unless
me.
you're no, me either. But like for the average DIY nail girl, I feel like they pretty much play it safe these days because we ain't in quarantine no more. Plus,
Yeah, and they go to work,
I was
but
gonna
I
say
work from home.
they go to work, and if they're not going to work to wear their nails, then they're actually like working in salons and stuff, which a lot of the salons regular, they don't really do nail art, right? Gotta work at a really cool salon to do like really cool nail art.
I would be the only person trying to get extra nail art at a regular salon. That was me.
Oh gosh. And they look at you so funny. Y'all better put that stuff in there. But luckily you live somewhere where they actually do nails like that though.
No, they don't. There was one person. There was one girl that was, and I happened to go to school with her, and then she stopped doing nails because she was becoming like a doctor or something. So,
Okay, because you really like the Cardi B nails. I forgot. Like you really like the ones that are like not that length, but that much extra.
yeah, and I'm happy I can do them myself now because that was getting expensive. So imagine if I was getting
Same.
this around like this time now, I'd be broke. I would be
Oh,
living.
we would be homeless. We wouldn't. Not only that, but why do nail techs be looking at you funny when you want to be there all the time? Like, girl, if I want to get my nail color changed every 2 days, let that be my business. Just sit there and listen to me.
You're getting paid regardless.
Unless you don't want to get paid, then just let me know. Nah. But all right, so now that we officially have executed panel correctly, I'm gonna go ahead and save this one as for the books. Um, I'm gonna be getting in touch with everybody. Thank you guys so much. We do have our broadcast channel on Instagram now. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to commit, but are you committing to being a collaborator on there, or are you gonna think about it?
When you say when you say collaborator, are you? Oh, it's waiting. When you
Oh,
say
we could
collab,
talk about it off, but I want to announce it if you are.
yeah, I
So
wanted.
collaborator basically just means that like you would be so you would, for example, I saw like some of the entries that I missed, you were on there, like you had liked them and everything too. So for example, if you happen to be on there and you just check the hashtag or you just check my tag post and you see that there's an entry or you see people on your own feed that are like, "Oh wow, you shared this," and they join. Um then you could always just screenshot it and announce it in the broadcast channel so that we could go back there and look at it. Or just send in reminders or encouragement like, oh, there's only 10 days left or things like that. Or hey, we need 2 more people for panel. Is there anybody that would like to join? Stuff like that, which, as you know, on the back end, we can make sure that everything is sorted and organized for you. So it would be effortless. But you gonna think about it then, or are you gonna commit?
No, I want to. Yes, I do.
Okay, that's exciting. All right, so well, you're already on there, needless to say, but that's gonna be your role then. So I'm excited.
Yes,
I had invited a few people before I knew like how it worked. So I was like, I suck. But if anybody else wants to partake, just let me know because I want to have at least like more or less like 2 or 3. I think that'll be good for us. We don't need that many. It's not that many people. And also just like, I mean, everything. just links to the website where they can claim their loyalty rewards punch cards and stuff like that. A little name dropping up in the video. But without further ado, and Polly, you're gonna get yourself a loyalty rewards punch card as well if you want one, because I mean, why wouldn't you? So I'm gonna go ahead and make you one and send you everything. So I guess this is it. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm sad. It's over for real this time.
It's not over. See you later because they're still gonna take part in the minimalistic magic challenge.
I know. I have like separation anxiety about everything. Luckily, my puppy is glued to me, so like it's a little better, because I could just take it out on him kind of, But I literally am like, even when I'm doing the graphics and stuff, I'm like, oh, I want the other like color explosion one, but you can't do that with the minimalistic. So I had to redo everything. Like, how weird would that be to post this colorful, create minimalistic nail art? Like,
I mean, you can still be minimalistic, but have some color there. I got some ideas. I've got some ideas.
I am really excited. So I just need a little spoiler alert. How many sets do you think you're gonna create?
Me? Oh my God, she's putting me on the spot. To be honest, I don't know.
Look,
Life
girl,
is getting hectic.
hold on, let me tell you. Um, there is
One.
what's today? The 27th. Okay. I ain't seen it. Oh, it's right here. That's because it's hidden. So today's the 27th. We have until the 8th. So we got one whole week plus a whole nother week.
I might just do, because these I just did them.
Oh yeah.
So
Y'all
I'll probably
go. Nah, hold on. Go spam Polly by Mickey and tell her if she don't start making some press-ons and stop playing with us.
no.
Is it because you don't know your sizes or you don't have full coverage?
No, these are full coverage. It's just that I don't have the time.
Do you have
Okay.
a stand? It's minimalistic. Okay, she's gonna probably. Okay, I'm gonna guess then. How about that?
How about I'll confirm two for you.
I was gonna say she's for sure at least gonna do two, but I know she's gonna be like an overachiever and just bust out of nowhere with like 3 or 4 sets. You might have some good days ahead of you. Labor Day is coming up.
I gotta work.
Oh, the irony. Real Americans work on Labor Day. I'm just saying. I said it. I don't care
We get
who's
that
mad.
time and a half. We're being
You
real.
really went there. You really went there. I know people are like, yeah, and such Labor Day, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it doesn't even occur to me. Why would you charge people more on a holiday? I just freaking like pay me the same rate or I mean less. I can help you out. It's a holiday. I'm feeling good on holidays and y'all over here hijacking the prices.
Who's hijacking? Hijack my price. I want it to be heightened as
I
much
know.
as it can.
Well, if you're working up in any corporate America job, then of course, needless to say, because they're not even supposed to be open on those days. That's the thing. And
I don't even want to get into that.
anyways,
I
y'all.
thought we were later.
So probably gonna at least make 2 sets. Now, another spoiler alert, and then I'll leave you alone. Are they gonna have polygel or no?
Do toes count? Are toes
Yeah,
nail set?
toes count. Toes count. Nail art. It's nail art. If that's a nail, then it counts. You want to go get a couple of nails out your kitchen drawer
No,
and
because
submit those. What?
I got some nails that are already done, but I don't think they're minimal. I don't do minimalist. This is gonna be so
That's
hard.
why I literally have been like in the background all day. I'm like, I hope everybody
Shit.
else is happy because I'm not happy about this theme. I hate it.
I'm about to show you some of the stuff that I was looking at. I'm like, I'm probably not even, that's why I'm just probably going to be a judge and just submit these as inspiration because I don't know.
You can do it. You can do it. I really want you to try at least one. Don't feel pressured.
Pressuring myself.
Because you can. The one thing that throws me off about it is when it says one color and one decor. Like, I know I made it up, but damn, one
Now
color and one decor.
I can do a one decor, but one color, like one color for the decor is going to be intense. I mean, I found some. I mean, if you want to not record anymore, bye guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me, hold on, wait. Oh, because I thought you were going to share with everybody. Hold on, wait. Stop. Oh, you said bye, guys. Adios, amigos. Till next time.